Boom, folks. Welcome. Oof, I was really scared I didn't turn. I didn't close the door. My partner would have hated me. Hated me if I just went boom on stream with the door open. And I would have understood why. Alright, lab coat on. Alright, folks. We in it. Welcome all. Buenos dias. Let's go to VirtualBox. Today we're going to do some Try Hack Me. I like Try Hack Me. It's quite interesting. Usually they let you have write-ups and stuff so you get to really learn. I think it's fun. What megabyte has bitten the cookie today? Good one. What megabyte? Not much. Not much. What's up, XR? Had a good night yesterday? I had a really good night. I went to bed. It was 8:30 p.m. That was the good stuff. All right, we can try Hack Me. Let's see if it works. Nice. Do we need to log in? Are we good? We good. Nice. Only time I have ever gone to bed at 8:30 is when I am sick. Lol. Yeah. I figure 8:30 is really nice, and then you get to wake up rested. At 5:20 today I woke up. It is a bit under 9 hours. It's a bit over 9 hours. So I slept a ton last night. It's just that, yeah, it takes a bit of time to wake up and stuff. Initially I woke up at 4:50. I'm like, nah, it's time to go back to sleep. And I slept a little bit more. How much does it bother you to sleep in 2 phases, XR? Because I know you wake up, you drive your wife back home, you take care of the kids, and then you go back to sleep for a little bit. How used to it do you get, or how not used to it do you get? All right, so we're gonna start this one, folks. Start machine. Okay, why not? Why can't I start it? I think I have to connect. To answer the questions, you'll need to join this room. All right, let's do it. Room progress 0%. Start machine. Let's go. Hooray. I'm not sure if I'm connected on their VPN. Am I? Okay, no, this is not connected to any VPN. So let's do it. Yeah, I'm usually 4 and 4, but it helps with my REM cycles. On phase 2, it basically hits me square into dream cycle. Oh, that's really cool. That's really cool. Yeah, I think your bodies can do that. You know, there was a time in history where, and we didn't really know about this. It hasn't been really well recorded, but where people used to sleep 2 phases twice. Like they would work basically from the morning to the evening, from sunrise to sunset. And the thing is, you couldn't have that much social time because lighting was really expensive. Like oil and candle lights and stuff is not cheap. So people usually just went to bed, and they would wake up in the middle of one cycle, chill, do different things, and then go back to sleep for another cycle. So they would be kind of, family life during one point during the night. And history has kind of forgotten about that. And when we came to translating history books, we're like, first sleep and second sleep. What the fuck is that? And people were thinking, hey, maybe it's and then eventually we came to us like, yeah, actually they were sleeping twice. So yeah, I think it's pretty good. And I think sailors and many professions kind of do it like this. All right. So the box, we're not connected to the VPN. We're not connected to the VPN. What's our VPN? Because yesterday it told me it was going to change when my VPN access machine. All right. Let's download it again. CMG. All right, C downloads, and then what are we gonna do? We're gonna sudo open VPN config. Then try hack me connect. Nope. Downloads. No, we don't need downloads anymore. We need CM. Was it CMG? Yeah. Nice. We in it. We connected, folks. Nice, nice. All right, let's do this. So we need a flag. This is going to be a 3-hour machine, folks. We're going to need to hang in there. There you go. There's your Schreiber doctor. No points yet. We need a flag. We need a second flag. We need a third flag. So, folks, this is an easy box, but we're going to probably try really hard. We're probably going to struggle a little bit. But hey, we have this. Can we add another hour? Nice, we can. All right, so let's go into it. Boom. Wait, what is this? We just get an IP? Okay. All right, so let's start with a quick nmap. It's gonna take some time. I'm gonna get our tools ready. No, we should have verbosed it. Maybe there's I'd be surprised if a 3-hour one had something. Okay. Atlanta. Do you go often to Atlanta, XR, given that you're not too far from it? Or tries. I can't really make this white. Oh, fudge. Wait, none of you can see my screen. Oh, la, 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 la. Oh, yeah. There we go. That's the real stuff. Okay. Because, XR somewhere around here. And Atlanta's right here. Maybe he goes a bit to that bottom one. My internet went oh no for a moment. I was wondering if you went if you go a bit to Atlanta, because you're not too far from it. Is that a regular trip you'll make? I think it's over here actually, right in the middle. Oh, it's a bit higher than I thought. Right here. To get to yeah, it's right. It's not far, huh? Atlanta. Let's just check it out while the nmap is running, folks, huh? Nmap is running, so we have to wait for a little bit. Nmap, and we go from Asherville is where we said. Nashville. There's a lot of Ville in Tennessee. Say Kingsport. Kingsport. Tennessee, Estados Unidos. It's 4 hours, huh? Woof. It's also advertising a plane. Wow, it's far, huh? 4 hours. Is it because you go through mountains? I've been to Atlanta one time in my life, but there's a few places that I wouldn't mind going to. What are those? 4.5-hour drive. Yeah, it's far. I guess Nashville makes more sense, no? Oh, you can really take a plane there. Nashville. How about Kingsport to Nashville? Oh, Nashville, Ohio. That's great. Thank you for that. 6 hours. It's kind of surprising because like, Atlanta doesn't seem that far. Okay, I kind of get it. Yeah, it's far. It's 100 kilometers. It's a lot. It's a long way. Maybe there's you're kind of in the Apache here, no? No, the Rockies. These are the Rockies on this side. No, Rockies on the west. These are the Apaches, I think. All right. Okay, we have 2 ports open, 22 and 80. We have Apache on it. SSH hotkey. Nice. RSA, EDC, ECDSA. Okay, I'm not sure what those are. Nice. Okay, folks, let's finish this Clementine. And we are on the go. Okay. Home, services, portfolio, pages, contact. Okay, so our company is speaking Latin. Oh, we have someone famous over here telling us something about it. They're from Baltimore. From Baltimore. Okay, follow them. Copyright 2014. Okay, so maybe there's some vulnerabilities to exploit. Home, about, services, portfolio, contacts. Let me see the last one, contact. Maybe there's something. Web the Mez. Is that their domain? No, it's .com. I think it would be a hack the box thing if it was a domain. Sorry, do you want to tell us about these places that you like to go to? That wouldn't mind going to. What are those? Ooh, maybe it's a social engineering where we have to call them and pretend like we're them, and then we get the password. We pretend something. Hi, I'm your IT support. That's pretty good. For development purposes only. Okay, cool. So we got a website. We got 2 ports, 80 and 22, and yeah, 22 for SSH. Great. So I say we keep on. We could find dictionaries a bit. GoBuster directory. Our IP address is the following. I don't think we copied anything since. Nice. B302. Why that? I don't want that. Word list is going to be the directories. Let's freaking go. Burst this. Surprising. We got assets, okay. So let's check out assets already. Okay, fonts, images. Is there a robot one? Is it robot or robots? I can't remember. Ay, can I message now? You can. You're back. Welcome back, XR. What's going on with your internet today? Server status. Ooh, that's a good one. Server status all in one? No, there's a dash. Server status. Okay, we don't have permission. Okay, but there is one of them. There is one. Forbidden. Forbidden for server status. Okay, so we can't see that. Let's see, we're almost done here. Maybe there's something at assets. Let's try assets again. It's been unstable, but you managed to locate my birth city. I'm unsure you received that message, lol. No, I didn't. Oh, I saw your birth city. Damn. Knoxville, I think. No, King. I was in Kings something. That's where you were born. Nice, XR. Pretty sweet. So yeah, XR is born. And you said one thing I wanted to know, XR. You said there's a few places that you wouldn't mind going to. What are those? are those? I'm curious. All right, let's go. So we got this. We got fonts, images, JS. JS sounds pretty good. Google Maps.js, images, parents, custom.js, Google Map.js, headroom, min.js. Give your page some headroom. Hide your header until you need it. Okay. Okay, cool. Nah, but I do go towards Knoxville often. If you hadn't asked me, lol. Ah, yeah. Yeah, I guess so. And what are these places you wouldn't mind going to the fourth time I ask? I'm quite curious. So this is apparently this is not that important. Headroom is not important. We have the HTML5 shiv.json, JavaScript. Excuse me, I keep saying JSON. HTML5 doesn't seem to contain a lot. The Masquerade, the Heretic, Aurelia Voltaire is hosting a show at the Masquerade, as well as a movie premiere. That sounds like fun. That sounds like fun. CS Leader. Is that in Tennessee? The Masquerade, the Heretic, Aurelio Voltaire. Function undefined. Oh God. It's gonna be a hard CTF, folks. Those will be Atlanta. This will be in Atlanta. Okay. Which is Georgia, which is 4 hours and a half away. Damn. Damn. It's a long way. Query headroom is dopamine JS, respond min.js. Modernize. Available in the current UA makes the result available to you in 2 ways. As properties on global modernizer. Object is classed as HTML element. Modernizer has option not included. List of property. Atlanta also hosts DragonCon, which has been seen the bucket list convention, but has been replaced with DEFCON. Lol. DEFCON is pretty good. What is DragonCon? Largest multi-gender pop culture convention. So it's no longer in Atlanta. So Atlanta, it's there. Multigénero. 63,000 people. That's during Labor Day weekend. Nice. Sounds pretty cool. I'd like to see it once. Tickets might be a bit expensive, no? DragonCon. It has been replaced by DEFCON. DEFCON is good too. I want to go. It's more for nerds like us now. It's more for nerds like us. All right. So cool. Hey, what are we doing today? Hi, Jug Pearl. Hello. We are hacking this box right here. It's called Red. And apparently red and green are playing tricks on each other. Excuse me, red and blue. What the fudge am I saying? Red has been known to kick anniversaries, so we're trying to break the box in. And I think there's a red that's going to be defending. It's going to be annoying to us. But it's okay. And we are trying to find our first foothold into it. We just went into Go Buster mode. found assets and server status. Server status we can't yet get, but we found asset. And we're wondering where to go next. So we can close these two. We can close that one. We can close that one. Try hack me. We can close that one. So, this is what we're doing today, Jug Pearl. So if you know a little something, if you have a little, feel like, this looks interesting, feel free to let us know. Because yeah, it might take a while. So this always takes you home. I can see from the bottom left. Nice. Okay. Pages. Reciter. So there's pages. Is there anything interesting here apart from lorem ipsum? Not really. Maybe there's something in the pages. The dummy link 1. Oh, you can't open dummy link 1 and 2. Inspect. Inspect. So, Jug Pro, what would you do from here in this position, or XR2? We checked for the directory. We checked for directories. Well, that's pretty much it. Oh, that's all we did. Should we check for vulnerabilities on these things we scanned on our ports? So Apache 4.2.4.41, maybe, or OpenSSH. Maybe there's vulnerabilities on there we can exploit. I'm down for that second option. Let's do it. We gotta practice seeing our vulnerabilities. So let's do that. Let's go onto Metasploit, or what do we do? Or searchsploit. Exploit, we want to do Apache. Oh, we've done it before. 2.4.41. Okay, there's a few. Let's search my notes. I have something on binary exploitation, Metasploit. Okay. Search for a CVE in Metasploit is not always working. You want to type in the service. Here's what I did. Search CMS made simple. After that, use ID of the exploit. Oh, search. Okay, so let's go into Metasploit. Let's do it. Meta. If we already searched for it, it means that there's probably a vulnerability that we've already exploited actually. So that looks pretty good. So let's search for password. For Kali, okay, you guys should never know this. Never ever. You think the password is password? You're wrong. Oh, I shouldn't tell you that. Oh, man, you already know one out of the possible password. You didn't say the magic word. The fuck? Are they trolling us? What the hell? Main secret, is it a joke? I think it might be a joke. The fuck? I haven't seen this before. All right, search. What do we do? We said search. Where are we? PWD. We're in home Kali. Okay. Nice. Now we need to get onto. Okay, you don't see this too much. So we're gonna do. Here we say. Let's go put it over there so you don't get confused. Clear. Okay. We gotta do use search. Let's just do search. Apache 2.4.41, I think it was. No result from search. Yeah, search Apache 2.4.41. That's right. Maybe it was case sensitive. We put a large A. Search Apache for 2. Search Apache. Search. Metasploits. Exploit search. Is there a exploit search command? Search exploit. Let's see, try search exploit. So folks, we're trying to find an exploit for a potential vulnerability. Search exploit onto Apache 2.4 exec search exploit. Okay, kind of like how we had before. Kind of hoping to get something different. Tomcat. Why is it just showing Tomcat? We're not interested in that. All right, let's go ask for something. Okay, portfolio. Oh, some nice images. Whoa, it almost looks scary looking. Search Apache, perhaps. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, let's try it. Search Apache. Okay, there's a bunch of stuff. Let's make it bigger. Let's re-trigger it. Okay. Well, there's a lot of things. PHP Apache requests, headers. Apache. How the fuck do we do that? Normal, excellent. Maybe we should say the version too. I'm gonna try again. 2.4.41. No result from search. Okay. How would we grip it? And maybe we're gonna have a. I don't think we need that actually. No. Darn it. Did you run the GoBuster word list suggestion? Is nice. Oh, I did. We found assets. We found assets and server status, and neither of them really yielded anything. Wait, what about this one? Why is it pointing to this? Okay, yeah, it's offering you to go to it. But yeah, this one is status 403, so you can't actually go on it. That's nice, actually offers you to just click on it for faster results. Okay, so we here 2.4.41, okay. Oh, sorry, I didn't see UDP port. Oh my god, the search Apache. No, oh, okay, so it's not too long that I missed. UDP port scan, file enumeration, dir enumeration, but perhaps depth using FUF or Faro X Buster. Change word list sometimes. Yeah, so we did search for the word list. Now we're looking for vulnerabilities. What I'm thinking, folks, is I think we have to dig deeper onto this before we move on to something else. Because we did search before, there was a vulnerability on Apache, this version of Apache. Like it showed when we typed in, it ghosted the result. So like, oh, we've already searched for this, so we've already done this exploit. So maybe it's just that what we need, right? We need to find the exploit for this one. It's just that we're not very good at looking for exploits. Metasploit how to find a vulnerability from a service. To find vulnerabilities, use dbmap to scan target services to list finds. dbmap, nmap. Ooh. But I'm not sure if it's a service. Okay, but let's try it anyway. SV0. I'm not sure what the 0 does. We can try to do that. Let's do it from the console, from the Metasploit. Clear. And the target IP is all right. It's this one. Nice. Okay, Xar, take care. Have a good night. Thanks for coming as always. I change word list sometimes. That's pretty good. There might be a bit more. Let's go. Let's keep. If that's okay with you, Jug Pro, we'll keep going down this path of looking for exploits. Okay. So port this. No exact OS fingerprint for host. No OS. No against matches for host. If you know what OS it is running, see and map. Okay. So how do we get from there? Okay, this didn't yield too much, but I'm gonna maybe ask ChatGPT about this. I am on Metasploit and would like to search for an exploit based on an Apache server. I am on a box on TryHackMe. Can you give me a guide on how to search for exploits based on version? Oh, give you high-level guidance of vulnerability. Okay, Apache HTTPD. So we found this. Search exploit in the database. Oh, putain, doesn't give you the stuff we need. Security professionals correlate versions with known vulnerabilities using vendors. All right, let's go for vulnerability. Let's look on Google. Apache 2.4.41 vulnerability. Good old Google for us. CVEdetails.com. Version names 241. Okay, so there's a few stuff. Close. Code execution, bypass, denial, service, information leak. By categories, memory corruption, overflow. So it doesn't seem like we can get a privilege escalation. Now we can't do this. Bypass, code execution, information leak. Oh, wow. Verification successful. Okay. Vulnerability in core of Apache HTTP server 2451 and earlier are vulnerable to information disclosure. or local script execution via backend application whose response headers are malicious or exploitable. Users are recommended to upgrade to version 2.60, which fixes this issue. Ooh. I wonder what these are. Max CVSS 9.8. EPSS score is this. Published then, updated then. Okay. Can we do it? Hey, can we do the CVE then? Search CVE this. Let's just try to do this. Control C. I'm going to search exploit here. No. Have you tried NS lookup? Sometimes it gives you a NS server that you can use inside etc host and then run subdomain enumeration. Okay, so let's try. I'm down. Okay, clear. NS lookup. What do I do here? I've never really used NS lookup, I think. Invalid help. What the fuck? What is NS lookup? How do you use it? Query internet for server names interactively. Is a program to query the internet domain name servers. NS lookup has two modes: interactive and non-interactive. Interactive mode allows the user to query name servers for information about various hosts on the domain or print on a list of hosts in a domain. Non-interactive mode prints just the name and requested information for a host or domain. I'm learning with you right now. Machine are not my thing. I am more into RE, reverse engineering and web pen test. Ooh. Is this kind of like a web pen test right here? NS lookup domain name. Okay. NS lookup domain name is, we don't really have a domain name here. We just have a, can we put in an IP address? There is a domain that we could use. Maybe. An address, ARPA, no domain. NS lookup. There is a domain in here that is shared. When we go here, we can see in the address, there's webthemes.com. Yeah, you can put an IP also. Which domain? Yes, good. Okay. So you down for that? The fuck? Is that actually an actual website? Huh. The fuck? Good. Yes, put this in etc host. Okay. Got it. Make this IP etc host. But the thing is, look, our box is this number. I think we should put this number into our etc hosts. I was thinking about it. So folks, what we're doing right now is we're switching our hosts. We're switching our etc host, make it point to this IP etc and try subdomain enumeration. Okay. Yes, sir. Oh, we need the little window. Boom. Wait, no, that's not what we into. We wanted the domain and all that. Domain is here. Wait, where's our domain? Atlanta. There it goes. Control C. Boom. etc hosts. Boom. Yes, save. All right, cool. Now we can try domain enumeration. Let's try to go into it and see what happens. Wait, it's not taking us to the... Wait, you see it's not taking us to the place. It's taking us to web themes, like the actual thing. It's not taking us to the 10. No, to the thing we programmed in etc hosts. Nano sudo nano etc hosts. You think it's good? That's what I should be doing, but look. Look, yeah, I understand that. But look, this is what our box looks like. It looks like Atlanta and stuff. And yet, when we did it, it took us to the real webthemes.com. No? This is a real website. We shouldn't be hacking it. It's using etc hosts. Well, if it were using etc hosts, it should take us here. 10, 114, 148, 129. This looks like a real thing, huh? XML sitemap, advertise, blog about us. You have multiple domain. Really? In what web server you can have domain? Yes, okay. So what do you suggest we do from here? What do we do from here? We have it in etc hosts and we want to do domain enumeration. Maybe you're gonna do a real website. If I'm not here tomorrow streaming, folks, I'll be in jail probably. Try login and see how the portal looks like, and you can try subdomain enumeration and confirm with ChatGPT. Try to log in and see how the portal looks like, and also try subdomain enumeration and confirm with ChatGPT. Your domain is pointing to the IP 10 something, yeah? Apache map, okay. Which is this web server? The web server in your box. This one. Yeah, ChatGPT, see if I'm right. You'll see I'm right. Okay. Sure. Yes, but in your box, your multiple websites, but in your box, you host multiple websites, okay? Yeah, you think so? So now we should explore this other website. Control C, Control V. HTTPS here. What box are we doing? Hello, Sick in the Mind. I'll be right back, brother. Okay, cool. Try to find a foothold on the new website. So, Sick in the Mind. Welcome. We're doing a box called Red. A 3-hour box. People currently in this room, 10,000. Okay, it's a lot of people. And we have a website that we're trying to hack. We found the domain over here through their info. Web themes with a Z at the end .com. And so what we did is, maybe you can tell us if it's right, because Jug Pearl is quite convinced, but I'm still lacking that. And what did we do? We changed our etc hosts. Sudo nano etc host to have webthemes.com point to our address. Yeah, we're doing Red, exactly. And from Try Hack Me. So we change our etc hosts to associate this domain to this IP address. And the thing is, it takes us, whenever we go here on our browser and we type in the domain, it takes us to another thing. It takes us to something that looks way more legit. A little too legit. Like, who has 41 on a... This is a legit website. This is a legit website. I'm scared of hacking it. Oh, wait. It does say Atlanta here. The fuck, this is confusing. No. Atlanta is our theme over there. What the fuck does that mean? What the hell? Am I going to jail, folks? Oof. Hey, Bedro Dev. Wow, you scared me. Ugh, I should lower this volume. Hello, Bedro Dev and 2 viewers. Hello, welcome. Thank you, Bedro Dev, for saying your viewers. Hello. Wow, that was scary. Woof. Boof. Thanks for sending viewers, Bedro Dev. How was the stream? What were you folks up to? I'm curious to know. Folks, this may be a stream where we end up going to jail for. Hopefully we don't. That's not the goal. Hopefully y'all don't call the police on me either. Why are we going to jail? Don't worry, I don't think you folks are going to jail. I think I am. But look, we have an IP address from the box that we're working with. It's Red, by the way. It's called Red. And in the box, it says, it gives us a domain name. And so we put this in etc hosts. And yet, when we connect to this one, it looks like webthemes.com. It takes us to a real looking website. Like, I can purchase stuff. Like, it looks real. This does not look like like hack the box stuff. You always stream at 12 a.m. my time, and I have to work at 8 a.m. tomorrow. Ay. Well, Bedro. I was streaming web dev, and I saw you go live when I knew I was cooked. because you're not gonna sleep a ton. Yeah, Bedro. Yeah. Yep. Maybe you should move to the West Coast. Maybe you should move to Europe. Move to Europe. It's great here. Free healthcare. And then we can do the stream. I should move back to Georgia. How would that help? I would go into Georgia. It's still early in Georgia. It's like 1 a.m. The country. Ah, oh, you're from Georgia. Oh, um, how do you say hello? I know food from there, but I'm not gonna. What do I know? I did a trip to Georgia. It's beautiful. Did a trip with some buddies of mine. What do we know? Well, we have a thing, Bedro. You know this. Come on. Uh, we went on a trip. It was lovely. We did a hike to Ujguli, and dude, everywhere we saw Georgians. They were fighting amongst each other. Gamarjoba. I know, Kachapuri. Oh my god, I have never been to Zvaneti. No, I mean Ujguli. Zvaneti. Where the fuck is Zvaneti? I meant Ujguli, but Ujguli is beautiful. Ah yeah? Is that the Georgian word for it? What? Not webthemes.com. What the fuck? Um. So Sick in the Mind is helping us. Svaneti. Is that the area? Should definitely go. It's beautiful there. I want to go back for skiing sometime. Svaneti. Yep, we're heading in Georgia. That's a mountain range. Oh, the alphabet is quite cool. Yeah, you should move back to Georgia. It's a great country. But you're probably not going to make the same money than you do right now in the United States. Oh, look at this. It looks it's epic. It's an epic photo, but it actually kind of looks like this. It actually looks like this. It's really nice. So yeah, folks, if you can go to Georgia, I would recommend it. Yeah, I don't think so either. Sick in the Mind. I think you're right. Not a region, a province. Oh, it's a province. Okay. I'm trying to get hired as a dev so I can work remote. Ooh, if you can do that, you're gonna make a bit of money, working from Georgia. To that, just the laptop. Tbilisi, vamos. It's really nice there. How do you say hello in Georgian again? I know you pay in lari. You pay in lari. That's the currency, folks. Yeah, I don't think we need to do that either. That's not the vector. I don't think you need to map web.com. Yeah, I don't think so either. Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea. Yep, webthieves.com. It's definitely a busy domain. We shouldn't do that. We're gonna end up in jail. And then we won't be able to stream anymore. That's the worst thing about it. That's the worst thing about jail, is that you're not able to stream anymore. And that's not a risk I'm willing to take. Alright, so we removed that. US Pay Tbilisi Life, nice. Gamarjoba. I think we learned something else. Damn, bro, has all the facts about Georgia. Why are doing webthemes.org? Why are you do saying webthemes.org? I don't know what those are. Maybe salami. It's like simpler. Salami. Maybe. Oh, I can't remember anymore. DOS denial service. Diosing. Yeah, okay. Dosing. Yeah, exactly. Why are you DOSing web.com? It's probably a Jarambado. Okay. Probably. It's been a little bit. It was in 2019, I think. Early 2019. No. July 2018. That was forever ago. 8 years ago. What a good time it was, though. I would love to go back. And I will, I think. Georgia's lovely. People are cool there, too. Good times. Yeah, for sure. And the thing, I'll say that one last thing, Bedro, and then we'll get back to hacking. But I found that Georgians tend to always fight amongst each other. Like, the dudes, you always see them fighting. It's just what they do as a family. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that they fight a lot. But they don't actually, they just scream at each other. Dudes, like neighbors and stuff like this. Maybe even families and all, they just kind of scream at each other. I think it's just how they interact, I think. And since then, with my friends with whom I've been to Georgia, we always joke at each other when we see Georgians. We're like, yeah, they're having fun fighting. Like when we watch Georgian and football, we're like, oh yeah, they're probably fighting and having a good time. I'm not sure if that's been your experience, but oh well. Cool. So back to hacking. Bedro, you can feel free to answer, but we're gonna get back to hacking. All right, that's not the vector. Cool. I don't think so either. We are looking for vulnerabilities as well. So 4.4.41 Apache 2.4.41 has some vulnerabilities. CVE details. So there's some CVEs we could be able to exploit here. So I think we should try that. I think that's like characteristics of the province you were in. Ah, nice. We got some local experience. That's what we want. Maybe. Maybe, yeah. I remember there we were sold I'm getting distracted. We were sold a night in a hotel by like a 5-6 year old kid. No, maybe like okay, maybe a bit more. Like 7-8 year old kid who spoke perfect English. He sold us. We negotiated the pricing with him. And we negotiated the pricing with him, and we were like, okay, does this breakfast? Yeah, it comes with it. But we're negotiating the price with a 7-8 year old kid to stay in it at his parents. What a memory. Svans are known to be a little aggressive. We have like a dozen provinces with different stereotypes too. Nice. Are you from Tbilisi, Bedro? Gamar Joba. I am from a small town near Tbilisi called Bolnisi. Go back to hacking. Okay. One last thing. We just check where that is. Bolnisi. Boof. Bolnisi. Well, that's really a small town. Holy moly, Bedro. Near Tbilisi. Wow, Tbilisi is kind of far still, though. No? How'd you get to Tbilisi? All right, last thing. How do you get to Tbilisi? Tbilisi, Georgia. Kind of near, but not really. You're like from a small town. But lovely. I haven't been there yet. Went to Gori. That was fun. Cool, folks. That's it for the distractions. Let's get back to hacking. Go back to hacking. Yes. It used to be called Katharinenfeld because Germans used to live there. Oh, wow. Nice. All right. Score source is this. NIST also does this one. Ooh, 9.8 critical. Apache, including and from before this. So this one is definitely susceptible to this. Maybe we can try to find an exploit for it. Discord. Yes, nice. You're joining it. Server-side forgery, vulnerability category. Server-side forgery, information leak. Okay, so can we find an exploit for it? Probability of exploit activity in the next 30 days. Oh, wow. They can predict this. Percentile, the proportion of vulnerabilities are scored at or less. So I think we should try this. I don't know. Maybe we should. We can try to exploit this. Let's do it. How do we find the exploit for it? May use exploitable malicious application to our higher servers. So exploit for. Let's try this. version, allowing attackers to exploit malicious code headers from backend application, enables disclosure RSF. Okay. The vulnerability was reported by Orange Sai from DevCore. Okay. They won't show you the actual exploit, huh? Exploiting systemic ambiguity in Apache server. So, second in mind, you told us it was probably not this route. What do you think we should do then? Look up, what is CVE? How do I mitigate that one? There we go. Maybe we need to do that. Metasploit. Is it the same one? 84, 38, 76 Metasploit. Let's try it. Damn it. Alright, let's go back to Metasploit. Page is equal is interesting. Oh yeah? Are you on the Are you on the page? Redis L33T. Redis is a database, no? But I think it's spelled with Redis with 2 Ds, no? So there's likely a private sec vector since Redis isn't exposed. Private sec, okay. All right, try hack me, exploit, service, name, narrow down my version, evaluate, export, compatibility. Known vulnerabilities in Apache Foundation, Apache HTTP, Apache Buffer Overflow, CVE 21. I kind of want to know. That's likely private sec. So should we give up on this exploit thingy then? That's a likely private sec vector since Reddit isn't exposed. Okay. Not sure what that means, a private sec vector. GitHub. Nice. Creating a remote code execution Metasploit module for SSRF vulnerability 38472 in Apache HTTP server on Windows is challenging because SSRF doesn't directly result in RCE. However, SSRF can often be a step towards achieving RCE, especially if you can use it to interact with internal services or trigger a secondary vulnerability. Strategy for RCE via SSRF. To achieve RCE through SSRF, we would generally need an internal service vulnerability to a specific attack that can be exploited via SSRF. A misconfiguration or additional vulnerability that allows an arbitrary code execution. For this example, let's assume that we can trigger a secondary service internally that accepts HTTP requests and can be tricked into executing arbitrary code, like a Jenkins server or another service with an exploit API. Example, Metasploit module. We'll craft Metasploit model that attempts to achieve RCE by exploiting the SSRF to interact with an internal service. In this case, we'll stimulate an external Jenkins servers. with an exposed script console that we can abuse for RCE. Save the following code as Apache uns ssrf RCE RB in the module exploit multi HTTP directory in your Metasploit framework installation. Woohoo! That's challenging. All right. Okay, cool. Just checking that this is the microphone that we're using. Sometimes I use the webcam microphone, and that's not good. All right. And this is the exploit. So it's a high vulnerability, but it's not really good. Successfully triggered internal service. Failed to trigger internal service. So it's quite a short exploit if you think about it. So it's not too bad. With advisory link if available. What language is this? Is this C? So folks, for anyone that joined us now, wait, let me see. Python. That's Python. Okay. Maybe. Just folks, for anyone joining, we're doing this box called Red on TryHackMe, and we have a web server. Let's add another hour on TryHackMe, and it gives us a web page, and we can log in via SSH port 22. You did not take a good look at it. So it gives us this, and we've done directory enumeration. So it's the directory enumeration. It's when you have the domain, and then you go /assets /admin /login /something, and here we found /assets, but it didn't really give us much. And now we're looking at the path. Maybe there's a vulnerability, and we know there's a vulnerability, but it's probably not part of the it's probably not part of the exercise. It's probably another vector that you're meant to use, especially since it's an easy box. So I don't think they'll want you to use an exploit. Plus, this exploit kind of needs something else from what I see. It's not that straightforward an exploit. So this is a situation we're facing. All right. So here, headers. And, okay. Def is going to be Python. I did not take a look at it. I don't think this is Python, man. Don't think this is Python. Info this. It is? It's not Python. It's not Python. Seems like that G was on purpose. It's not Python. Yeah. I gave you a hint. I gave a hint already. I was able to find it. Oh, yeah? It's Redis. So what should we do? Subdomain enumeration. So that's likely private sec vector since Redis isn't exposed. I'm not sure what private sec is. Privy SC. PRIEVE. No, is that how you? Priv. VSC. What is that? Es biblioteca simple de escalada de privilegios. It's a privilege escalation, of course. Vector since Redis isn't exposed. So you think red might be Redis? Elite. So that's a likely private sec. Okay. You don't need the etc host record for web. Yeah, so we deleted that, huh? Sick in the mind, we deleted that. Juckberg, hey, any progress was made? Not really. we did realize that it was kind of sus, this website we were on. So we removed the records from the etc host records. I agree that it shouldn't make sense, but this was actually a website. And pages, no, just go enumerate the main site. Privsec is equal to privilege escalation. Nice. Is it already mapped to a DNS record? No DNS record. Try hack me. They're not as good with that. Like hack the boxes. Yeah, I think so too. And I don't think they should use real domains. They should try to do like fake domains. Something impossible. Or just not have domains, because that could lead us on the wrong path and lead us to hack some real websites. And that's not what we want. We don't want to go to jail, right? It'd be kind of funny if I went to jail. But you know, I think many hackers end up in jail, and that helps, or like with trouble with the law, and that gives them a lot of credibility. But if we did that because we used the wrong domain, then we look like an idiot. I think it would fare off pretty well in jail. I wouldn't be the worst inmate. Random thought. Oh, I see. Well, the thing is, the most try hack me boxes are user-generated, user-submitted content. Hack the box has policies about leaving artifacts that point to real domains. Yeah, hack the box is a little bit more pro. Try hack me is like, all right, you go have fun, kids. You have fun. Enjoy life. Here's a platform you can mess up. Pico CTF is kind of like this too. Pico CTF is great. Your biggest hint is that when you first visit the site. All right. First visit the site. Ooh, index page is equal to home.html. Okay, this is what you said. Page is equal to index.php. Page is equal to that. Okay, so we can probably do some stuff here. Yeah, you're right. Home page is equal to home.html. Page is equal to server status. Okay, that didn't work. Page is equal to can we change page to something else and do page? Try maybe path traversal. Maybe. I'm thinking here we can change page to command is equal to, but no, probably not, no. Page is equal to, I don't know, what do we do from here? It's kind of cold, folks. I'm going to turn on the heating. Be right back. Ah, etc password. Maybe. I haven't done traversal directory. I know it's possible, but I've never found a situation where it is. But look, here we have something. Instead of looking all over the place, let's try to focus on one thing. We have page is equal to something. Can we try to get in through different things? So PHP is probably going like, oh, show him page something. Can we try to do something else? Hack the boss's policies on this. The thing is, most having okay. Yeah, and then second to my told us page is equal to this. No, just go enumerate the main site. Privilege escalation is okay. Page is equal to, okay, maybe, oh, I think you're right. Maybe we can do this. Traversal. Let's do it. I'm down. Let's freaking do it. Let's see what happens. 1, 2, /. Okay. The fuck was that? At what point do we know when we have to stop? We should ls or something, no? Or maybe enumeration on the page is equal at, and put your word list to enumerate. Just try payload playground. LFI local file inclusion. etc password, okay. What are we gonna go? No, we wanted to page payload playground. I'm not sure why Google is not showing it to me. Payload playground. And we're gonna go now to generators. / generators. / LFI. Alright, nice. Ooh, generate payloads for local file inclusion attacks. Oh, thank you. How attackers include files on a server through web browsers. This can lead to sensitive information disclosure. Confirmation files, source code, or potentially remote code execution via wrappers or log poisoning. Craft LFI payloads using path traversals, wrappers, null bytes, test responsibly. Of course. You already solved the box? No, I'm just moving forward in my enumeration. Nice. Okay. Target system is Linux. Yes. Apache. Yes. Target file. So file is equal to etc password. All right, let's try it. Okay. Let's do it. We can try to file is equal to. Okay. Let's see. I don't know why it forces us into home. Maybe there's more depth than that. Wrapper technique. All right, standard. Let's try 5. I'm not sure. 5 append null byte. Okay. I think you need to keep the page parameter ed or else okay. Parameter. Okay, so it's not file, it is page. Probably. Let's try it. Make sure you're using page is equal to. Yeah, okay. I think you need to keep the page parameter. Maybe you need to encode the slash or double URL encode. Okay. We can try to go back to 4. Hmm. 3. I don't know how to choose it. I mean, if we go too deep, it's okay, no? Check the next drop down below traversal technique. We think we might need to do this. Filter bypass. Okay. Let's go back to traversal 4, depth 4. Below that. All right, wrapper technique. Maybe there's a bypass. Maybe there's something that takes us back. Nope. Okay. Standard wrapper technique. PHP filter source. Data text. All right, let's see wrapper technique. What does it say? No wrapper use direct path file. Okay. Below traversal technique. Wrapper technique. Below that. That was a minute ago. File XCSC. My god. What the fuck? What are we doing? Probably not far. It's Apache. Oh, hold on. We got something. Feels like we know this. GG. Well, yeah, GG. Hold on. We didn't get anything. www data. var user bin backup. What is this info? That's the output of etc password. That's nothing, lol. Yeah. It shows that there's something. Username, root account. This is super user. Yeah, this is not exactly what we want. Resources equal to something, the etc password. TT shadow, etc hosts. Password is probably nice. That's the output of TC. That's nothing though. That's the output of etc password. So we should try to get something else then. How? You got the username, which is powerful. You can try a SSH brute force. That's true. Don't minimize. That's a serious vuln right there. Yeah. Okay. So am I the one minimizing? Yeah, I think Drug Pearl is excited for it. No login. Okay, so we kind of got something. Resource is equal to something. The serious vuln right there. Okay. So this means we can probably start seeing things, no? In here, let's try to do different things. We can see etc passwords. What else can we see? Can we see root? No. Anyways, I'm out, guys. Oh, okay. It's okay. Thank you for coming, Drug Pearl. Thanks for your help, huh? It was really helpful. Take care. You too, Drug Pearl. Well, you can see users pass at this point. Okay. So, okay, user path. So etc password. We can see that. Whoopsies. So, okay, so etc password. That's really good. Yeah, it was nice working together. Yeah, for sure. Thanks, Drug Pearl. Ciao. etc password. What else can we do? We can do etc password. We can do, where else would we like to go? Maybe home directory. No, would be nice. Of a user. How do we establish persistence? Here. You can see user paths at this point. Okay, so let's think about it. User, what user do we have? Maybe we can ask ChatGPT about this. You have two human users, blue and red. These are potential login targets. We can go to blue / user. Wait, where's the user? I just want to see how it's done here. PWD home Cali. So we can try to go to home blue, which is likely our home, given that red is against us. Right, this is what ChatGPT said. There's two of them, blue and red. So we can probably try to get into blue, I'm thinking. home/blue. Oh, damn it. Thought we had a chat. Okay. Home/blue, but we're just in a folder. We're just in a folder, that means. Resource. Okay, so what else can we do? Home blue. Can we do star? I don't know, like show me things? No. Home blue. So let's think about it. We can get access to a directory. Within it, within this home directory, there's probably certain things we can pick up on. How can we view them? Maybe there's a flag.txt. Flag.txt. No. Okay. We tried. Can we try enumeration from here, maybe? Probably not. Home blue. Where else can we see things? Maybe there's like an SSH key. We can try to brute force through Hydra an SSH port with blue, because we have two users. Let's see what else this can give us. Usernames, shells, home directory, etc shadows. What are priv escalation tricks with this? All right, we're trying to learn here how we can privilege escalate this. I'll explain this from a defensive security auditing perspective, of course. UID 0 root privileges, not just a username root. Any account with UID 0 is root. Example, dangerous entry, hacker x00 hacker home hacker bin bash. This gives full root access. Ooh. Oh, maybe we can do bin bash. Oh. Did you folks think about that? Did you folks think about that? It gives you an extra that. Hey, nice. I think this is the code for bin bash, but it's not the actual bin bash. Maybe we can add a dot to execute it. No, because we can display bin bash, but we can't really bin bash. This gives full root access. Only root has 0 ID, normal. Accounts with login shell. You can log in interactively. Blue bin bash. These are real login users. Security risk if weak password, reuse password, SSH enabled. Service accounts that should not have shells. User has been no login, been false. If you see www data, X this is dangerous because attackers could log in as service accounts. Your file looks safe here. Writable etc password file, very dangerous misconfiguration. Okay. Only roots can write. If writable by users, attackers could add, okay, evil root and get root. Empty password indicator, etc password you see. Bin bash, home user bin bash. Double colon means no password. Very dangerous. I like this one. Password cracking targeting users listed here. Red, blue. Attackers use etc passwords. Folks, I think we're getting close to something. Attackers use etc password to identify valid users, target those accounts, especially red and blue. Home directory permission issues, home blue. It is writable by users. Attackers can modify bash rc, plant malicious scripts. Sometimes restricted shells can be escaped. Which users exist? Then check etc cron tab. Real world security audit checklist. Okay. In your specific file, these accounts are worth reviewing because they have login shell, they are normal users. If they have sudo privileges, weak password, SSH access. Defensive best practices. Secure systems should limit login users. Disable unused accounts. Use strong password. Restrict access. Okay, if you're learning cybersecurity or doing a CTF, sudo misconfig SUID binaries, cron jobs, writable files, weak password, not from etc password alone. Alright. The most common real privilege escalation path to Linux, a checklist professional use. I want to check out number 6. I think it was the best. No, was it 6? Was it 5? It was 5. How could an attacker leverage this? Assume they do not have access to. They have. Or. Let's see. Let's see what they say. Let's see what ChatGPT says. If it has an empty field, it means the account may allow authentication without a password, depending on system configuration. From a security standpoint, this is considered a critical misconfiguration. Here's how an attacker could leverage this at a high level. All right, this is Ruby. Okay. User X 1000 1000 user home user bin bash. User empty password field. Okay. Why this is dangerous? Unauthorized login risk. An attacker who discovers that username exists could attempt to log in without providing a password. And which users are those in this one? Because maybe you can SSH. Maybe you can SSH. In the prompt that in the etc pass paste that I gave you, which users are most susceptible to log in without a password? Let's see. So far, something interesting looks in known user path. Okay. Another user should probably without a login based on the empty password indicator. Okay. All right. So State in the Mind is telling us. So I found something interesting looking for known user path files. Home red bin bash. Password is securely stored in. It's not empty. A password is required to log in. If it were empty, it would look like this. Empty. You do not have any entries like that. The only accounts capable of interactive login are these two. Because they bin bash, but again, they still require the password. All other accounts can log in interactively. They use user as bin, no login. Bin false. So we found something interesting looking for known user path files. User path files. Okay, so user home. You said no, and it's not like it's something that's guessed, right? That's interesting too. So run lsla home on your Kali box. Yeah, this is our how box though. What do you think? We have a lot of stuff. We have a lot of stuff. Get an idea of what files you have in your path. Keep in mind Kali uses that ZSH primarily. But the remote box, they have a bash. Keep in mind Kali uses .zsh. Okay. .zsh. The fuck does that mean? But remote box, but they have bash. So stuff like banner profile, etc banner, etc profile. Okay, hold on. I need to reset a bit. Get an idea of what files you have in your path. Keep in mind, Kali uses .zsh primarily, but the remote box, they have bash. The remote box, they have bash. Yes. So stuff like banner, etc profiles. So ZSH is the alternative to bash. Okay. So we want to go on that. Oh, there it is. So I say RC. Can we cat it? Okay, what is this? Ooh. Acquisitive Plank 2K is telling us top viewers are at hypexp.ru. Don't go on that thing. The fuck is that? RU? It's not something trustworthy. That's a spam bot. Yup. Been there. Ban. I like how Twitch is telling me like, oh yeah, we're monitoring. Yeah, okay. All right. Banned. Switch on mode, make it dark mode. There we go. Cool. Right, but on the remote box, they'll have bash RC. That's a spam. Okay. Bash RC. Okay, so what we want to do, we want to cat it. See user shared doc examples. Okay, I'm down to just start viewing stuff. Bin bash. Okay, so we can see bin bash. How about we go in home? Home. Blue. And then we see dot bash RC. Okay, bash RC executed by bash for non-logging shells. Readable. All right, so now see user shared doc bash example startup files. For example, if not running to activity, do not use anything, return. Readable, that's exactly what I mean. Dig around their home profile files. Okay, so what else we got? Web shell, okay. VirtualBox, a dragon profile. Maybe I don't know what Z profile does. Maybe it does something cool. Right click and view the source. Network, no. Not that. I'll correct the spacing in line breaks. Right click and actually choose the view source. View page source, okay. Oh, that's easier. Well, that's a good one. Don't duplicate lines. Don't put duplicate lines or lines starting with space in the history, okay? Append if color prompt. It kind of looks like ours. This is just a basic RC file, so it's not that interesting. But what else do we have in there that could be interesting in ours? LSLA home. Simple, Sharp UI. Repo. Music. Documents, downloads. I'm not sure what DMRC is. Cat. Session. Light DMX session. You can ask ChatGPT for a listing of files in their home. Oh, that might be useful for enumeration. Yeah, okay, that's a good one. What? Oh, maybe. Since you have a lot of extra stuff in your profile, it's not super helpful to compare. Yeah, no, it's not. What are some interesting files? What are some files? I'm trying to be the best at not sharing with ChatGPT. I'm doing this for hacking purposes, but of course, hacking legally. What are some files from a home directory that can be leveraged for understanding privilege escalation? You say enumeration. Should I give you privilege? Leverage for, okay. Enumeration. Ask for a list of helpful bash user profile stuff you can look into for red and blue users. Bash history. Commands the user ran. Let's try it. I'm down. Okay, maybe they didn't run anything. It's a box after all. Underscore. Bash history. Absolutely. Thank you for that. Ooh. They read echo red rules. CD. Hashcat. std out reminder. R share hashcat rules. That's for pass list.txt. Cat pass list.txt. Remove pass list. Sudo apt get remove hashcat. Yes. No, there was a password list. Pass list best 64.rule. User share hashcat needs an underscore. Yeah. Is this interesting? User share. You can try that maybe. Too bad. I think might be a bit too privileged for us. Okay, so we can get into blue. That's really good news. What else? ChatGPT is being pretty useful here. Seeing bash history. Go back to that. To that, what? This? This is just normal stuff, and we can go back to the previous one, the bash history. Now I'm showing it differently. View page source. So shows echo. cd hashcat std out reminder r. Cat password list.txt, remove password list.txt. So what do you think the hashcat command is doing? I don't know actually. Hashcat. Hashcat advanced password recovery. Hashcat es una herramienta para recuperación de contraseñas. Is it kind of like there's another one like this for penetration testing that was used with Eternal Blue in conjunction with Eternal Blue to make NotPetya. Maybe cats, but no. So what do you think the hash command is doing? World's fastest. Advanced password recovery. Hashcat. Oh, so it breaks passwords. Is that it? World's fastest password cracker. World's first and only in-kernel rule engine. Free, open source, MIT license. Multi-OS, Linux and macOS. Damn. If you go to explainshell.com, you can paste that whole command and get the full breakout. If you go to explainshell.com, you can paste the whole command and get the whole. That's true. That's true. I haven't used this in forever. Man, second domain, you're a huge help. Thank you for that. Explainshell.com. All right, display line of text. Okay. Echo strings to standard output. Oh, but it's not. Do one command at a time. Yeah, probably. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, so this hashcat, yes. Sudo apt get. We probably don't need this one. We probably don't need to remove. We just need to understand what they did. RM password. Okay, cat. cd hashcat. std out. Let me make it bigger. cd hashcat. cd is probably not what we want. Wait, what is cd? Is it by itself? cd. Just remove cd from the beginning, yeah. Hashcat, std out, our user share password. This we kind of get it. It's just creating to, maybe we can explain from there. Okay, so before the command is executed, its input and output may be redirected using special notation interpreted by the shell. Redirection may also be used to open and close files for current shell execution environment. The following redirection operators may proceed or appear anywhere within a simple command or may follow a command. Redirection are processed in the order they appear from left to right. Okay, no shit. It might not have explanation for hashcat. You might have to ask ChatGPT to clarify things command for that. Redirecting output. Yep. Okay, so it doesn't have hashcat. Explain this. Wait, maybe I can just stay there. Explain this. This command uses hashcat in world list generation mode to create a list of possible passwords and share them and save them to a file. Uses hashcat in a world list generation mode to create a list of possible passwords and save them to a file. Huh? All right, 3 messages left. That should be okay. What each part means. Hashcat. Hashcat is a password cracking and password testing tool. In this case, it's being used not to crack anything, but to generate candidate passwords. This option tells hashcat, don't crack hashes, just output generated words to the screen. So it acts like a password generator, not a cracker. Okay. cd out reminder. R user share cat rules by 64. So it acts like a password generator. Keep going down. Okay. This is the input world list. Base words, example, reminder, might contain password, summer, blue admin. These are called base words. This applies mutation rules to base words. Best64 rule contains transformations like add number, capitalized letter, add symbol, reverse words. Okay. Example transformation. Ooh, my God. So you have a new file name to search for. Yeah. We should check what are these. Reminder. Does this exist in our maybe I can find for this file name. Find name is equal to whoopsies. Maybe you can find here if we have one of those. We don't. Fuck. Oh, but we search in home. We want to search in the whole computer. Oh, okay. Okay. That's a lot of info. Why isn't it being more strict? Permission denied. We can just... What if we do sudo? It's our own computer. We should be able to view. I think let's just do 2 to dev/null. Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking it's our own computer. We shouldn't have that, but we could sudo it, but we don't have privileges on the other machine, so... Well, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, actually, that we don't have privileges on the other machine. So you don't need that. You can just assume it's a local file. Okay. On the remote box. Yeah, we can start with that. But if we don't find anything, because then we can do our own. So you can try read it from that user. Oh fuck, we don't have it. Dev null. Damn it, we don't have anything. And duplicate the hashcat and generate a new word list. Yeah, I agree. Password summer blue admin. These are called base words. It's crazy interesting. Where can do we know where this is? So you go back. So go back to your PHP page. You think we can find it there? I'm just gonna copy this and put in my notes. In your home users directory bash at the bottom home directory. It's in your users bash history home directory. Okay. Wait, hold on. So go back to PHP base. Rules. No, we don't know where reminder is. So go back to your PHP page. You do. It's in your user's bash history at the home directory. How do you know? Oh, okay. Ooh, okay. Because we went CD, but we don't really know where we went. Wait, what? What is this? Can we SSH now? Super password. Okay. Well, that's good news. What is this? All right, let's try to think. What is this? What the hell? They use base word. That is a base word. There's probably something around it to crack. And then we'll have blue 22 and then use hashcat to generate a stronger password list. Okay. So let's go back. Let's actually see view page source. Okay, so then they hashcat this. SCD out reminder. And we have this in our own stuff. User share hashcat rules. Maybe we have this in ourselves. Maybe. Control C, maybe our own computer has this. Shift V. Can we CD into this? There's no 64 here. Is there? No. Darn it. Best 66 rule we have. But not best 64. Maybe we can find this one. The best 64 rule. They upgraded to best 66. Well, if we can't go there, maybe we can go there. Probably we can go there. Maybe not. Let's see. No, we can't. What I'm saying is you're likely to get the same passwords from the best 66 rule. Just remove more of them. Maybe I can just find this. Maybe I can just find it on the internet. What it used to be. What do you think? Password cracking rules, best 64 rule at master. Just move more of them. It's probably also in your John folder. Ooh, good point. Where's John? All right, let's go in our folder. Let's go see CD. Where's John? Locate. Kate. John. So if you don't know how rules work in hashcat, best 64 was best 64 rules because it had 64 rules. So we need to remove 2 rules. Depackage info. User shared John rules. Okay, there we go. CD USR share John ls la. There's one module called rules. CD rules. Base 64 rule. Yay! Nice. I'll join password, but there will be 2 or more new passwords. It'll generate the same passwords, but there will be 2 or more new passwords. And then what do you think we should do after? Do we try to SSH into them? SSH with them? Toxic rule. Maybe we can use Hydra then. We can use something to generate some passwords and then use Hydra. Yeah, Hydra to brute force the SSH. Yeah, with the list. Generate a long list. Yeah, I think so too. Cool. So we're going to write something here. To do. Generate a list of passwords based on the best 64 rule. And then Hydra these passwords to SSH. That's a good attack plan. You like it? Got a good attack plan. Yes. So good. Thank you for your help. Second of mine, it was nice thinking with you. Boop. It's daytime for me. Cool. So folks, that was it for me. I'll see you tomorrow. In 22 hours. I'll see you in 22 hours. So thank you. We had Sick in the Miner chat. We had oh, you should paste the output of both of these in your notes. You think so? Both of what? Yep. Oh yeah, probably this. Save the extra step of regathering the info. So what info do we need to do these steps? I think this is how you're thinking. We have this. We can probably save this. The place. The output of the bash.history. Okay. Oh, this is our own computer. Bash history is right there. Oh, fuck. It doesn't like it. Classic this thing. It executes code. When you paste it in cherry tree, it executes as code. And yeah, it probably tried to do some of that. So yeah, it crashed. Oh, you should control shift P. When I did that, no, I'm pretty sure P is too far away from the V and my keyboard. And I've seen this behavior happen before. So okay, cool, we have bash, we have that. So yeah, folks, we're gonna end it here. Thank you, Sick in the Mind, for hanging out with us. Thank you, everyone, for being with us. We had Sick in the Mind. Of course, we had the one and only Jug Pearl and XR Bedro Dev in the chat. That was really nice having you folks. And there were some quiet folks too, I'm sure. And thank you, folks, for watching me. It was awesome for watching us do this. It was a teamwork. Teamwork, really. So thank you, Sick in the Mind, Jug Pearl, XR, and all of you folks watching. See you tomorrow again. Doing his thing, I think. Censored. Doing his thing again. Oh yeah, Censored is on. What is he up to? You want to go see Censored? Let's see what he's up to. Oh man, he's doing that thing again. Man, the guy's got a lot of viewers on YouTube. I think it's because he published some pretty great videos if you want to check him out. Two viewers started streaming 6 minutes ago. Damn. Bro and I are in sync. And when I finish, he starts. So folks, if you want to check him out, go ahead. I don't know. I just don't want to make it a habit of every time streaming, rating. I don't know if you guys like. I mean, I'm sure you'd enjoy him. I think he's a good streamer. It's just I don't know to what extent I should make it a habit. I don't know. So folks, we'll just end it here for now. I encourage you to go check him out. And come on, I can rate him. I can rate him. There's probably a few viewers. Let's do a raid. Say hello for me if you want. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Ciao, folks. I'll just do it real quick. Let's do it. Let's raid censored hacker. One viewer. Oh, there's only one of us, guys. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna raid with one viewer.